Food has always just been a tremendous part of my life. Biscuits, for me, are just more than a piece of bread. That's how I learned how to cook. Wow, I didn't know that was going to happen. That's how I learned how to cook. My grandmother teaching me how to make biscuits when I was a little girl. And so I've been making the same biscuits literally since I was 3 years old. As a child, it was a great lesson. It was not only spending time with my grandmother, learning cooking basics, it's math, it's patience, it's all these things, and then it's also delicious. I am so fortunate because my life and my work and my career are all completely intertwined. I am typically a doer, right? I make lists, I check them off, I have deadlines, I can try to meditate, and I'm usually good for a little while, but then it sort of drifts off. Wait, I need to take a note on my iPhone, or oh wait, I gotta send that email. Except when I'm fishing. And when I'm fishing, all I can think about is that hook under the water. My family tells me the first time I caught a fish, I was so excited that I jumped out of my diaper. So I've been fishing a long time. My grandparents had a pond. It was just the most wonderful, magical place. And if they couldn't find me, I was down at the pond. So my grandfather, he taught us that we had to respect the water, that if a fish was too small, we had to throw it back. There was a period of time that the pond, for example, became slightly overpopulated. He would catch the fish, and in this instance, he told us that we needed to just throw them up on the bank. And he explained to me that there were too many fish right then. If I threw them up on the bank, that the raccoons would eat the fish, or, the animals would eat the fish, that it wasn't waste. It was really taking care of the ecology of the pond. Although my granddaddy did not use the word ecology of the pond. The connection between fishing and food for me is direct. I really have no interest in simply going fishing and frankly doing catch and release. What is the point of me yanking a fish that I'm not going to eat out of the water and disrupting that fish's life? I'm not catch and release, I'm catch and cook. As a human, there is not much more that can affect someone on almost a primal level of catching or growing the food that you actually eat. We have to pay attention to what we're eating. We have to pay attention to if there's this fish, this species is overcooked. There's an expression, eat it to save it. So if we create a demand for something, then that increases the awareness about that species, and that brings protection with it. I feel like it's my job. Part of the reason why I'm here on this earth is to help educate people about sustainable seafood, because I do have this passion that was instilled in me at an early age. It really does come from that 3-year-old girl and my grandfather explaining to me over the course of my childhood about taking care of the environment, taking care of the pond, respecting the animals. And if I can make a difference in one person's life, then I feel like I've had a success. I raise a glass to my grandparents and their pond, perhaps my favorite place on earth. I'm thankful to my grandmother for teaching me cooking and the grace of Southern hospitality. So incredibly thankful to my grandfather for teaching me about fishing and nature and the stewardship of our beautiful world.